Hello and welcome back to the Poet's Corner in Class Culture. I'm just going for it. After today, I only have 4 more topics as far as poetry, and then the show, I wrote it down. Let me make sure, is on the 30th. Yes. So, and then kaput, everything goes from all access to VIP access to members only. So sign up for membership. Really, really affordable. Right now, at the $199 level, you'll be able to see everything I've put over there up until February. And then March 1st, I'm going to start assigning different videos at different levels. So get your life over in Class Culture on the membership crew. Okay, so thank you very much. So let's talk about rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. You hear the maracas and you hear the beat. There is also beat and rhythm in poetry. So again, welcome back. Let's talk about it. Now, I showed you the first graphic there in green, and then I take those away, and then we talk about it. So it's basically based on the number of syllables. Really, really simple. And I'm going to share lots of information and 2 links. And as always, everything is in the description box. I don't have any extras for this one, but I have extras for the next 4 topics. And I'll pick those up again next week with the next subject in Art Smart. Even though this is a part of Art Smart, it's specifically poetry and the Poet's Corner. So yes, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying yourself. The great thing about these videos, Class Culture, is that they are available at all times to my members today or any day from today to the future. So get your whole life. Now, as a member, I went ahead and signed up for the membership myself just so I can make sure everything looks correct to myself. So I like it. But as a member, you have to understand that you should get something for your money. You shouldn't just be giving someone money and all they do is talk to you. And they're not giving you any receipts or information that you can gain from, you can elevate from, you can glow up from. And that's what we do over here in Class Culture. So don't let nobody get it twisted when it comes to what we got going on over here. So let's talk about rhythm. Again, it's the number of syllables in the line, in a line, okay? Whatever type of art it is. Poetry, song, a sonnet. So it also counted the little graphic, a couple of the syllables. The other team won is 5 syllables. They all shouted, hooray, 6. I couldn't believe it, 6. It wasn't our day, 5. So let's get right into it. And I did not make any commercials for poetry. I might make one for the 30th if I finish all of these in time. So fingers crossed. Maybe I'll make one. And that's Gigi Darling keeping her editing skills, her fingers busy. That's why it was fun to do an upload, and that's why it's fun to do each individual commercial for each individual subject I touch on Art Smart. Those episodes in Art Smart. Okay, so let's get into this subject. And it is Monday morning. Happy Monday morning. We are almost done with the month of January. I am so proud of myself. I'm so proud of ourselves. I'm so proud of being over here and being able to talk with you and share with you information that I have at hand and that I want to teach and share and help our culture grow. All right, so let's get into the sharing part. Yeah, I just figured, you know what? I'm up. I'm going to take a shower after this, go straight to bed, then start the week fresh. I have a couple surprises this week. So make sure you hit the reminder buttons. And as soon as you subscribe, hit that bell, because I'm going to do a lot of impromptus this week. I have to clean my desk. I have to do my massage therapy tomorrow, a video, and a couple of more, maybe doxing Deirdre. Just because I'm cleaning, getting rid of stuff, it's time to move on. And it's so boring to listen to people talk about the same things. That's why I like what we got going on over here. Let's go straight into the rhythm of it. Let's share. And yes, I figured it out, you guys. You can hear me. You can hear me. So I feel brave enough to make it large. So I'll go ahead and take away the banner because we are talking about rhythm. So yay, I feel so much better. Okay. Rhythm, as you can see, I put it in the Google search. It's the awe. And here's the dictionary. A strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. Now that I've said that, I can put this piece of paper away. Okay. Again, a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. Now you can do music, prosody, and art. Then they talk about similar words: beat, cadence, tempo, time, pace, pulse, throb, lilt. Okay? And as you can see, you can go more and more in depth. So rhythm is, now we're talking poetry, but I don't mind reading this because a song is poetry. And music's pattern in time, whatever other elements a given piece of music may have, rhythm is one of the most indispensable element of all music. Okay? Harmony, melody, rhythmic structure. So definitely get into that. Okay, so what is the next one? And these are very direct videos. I want to say what I mean and mean what I say and give you resources. That way, when I speak to you on the 30th, I don't have to explain anything. I can just talk about it. You know, we don't have to go into what rhythm means. I'll just say the word rhythm and I will know that you get it because I'm leaving these up for you to look at. All right, so let's go to the next thing I want to share. Some of these are kind of wonky. Okay, here we go. I think this is the picture one. Yeah, it sure is. Okay, again, peekaboo, I'm there. Here we go. Okay. So rhythm, and this is image, and I'll show you after I'm done. I just like to get it where I want it to be. So there's also artwork that shows rhythm. Even though we're talking about poetry, when I saw that, I went, oh, I have to share it. So that's a whole link you can click. And here, okay, a meter. There's a meter, an image of a meter. Now, if you go down, you can find, oops, rhythm discord, rhythm principle of design. You can also look at it in musical, the music category, even though we're talking about poetry. So that's why I enjoyed this. Okay. One more thing. Give me a second. And then we'll go into poetry. I promise you. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's biological. So I don't even want you staring at that. There's something else. I hate to spoil it. Okay. Everybody knows what rhythm is. You have here, I'll do this here. You have a balanced work-life rhythm. Oh, art rhythm. Here we go. Art rhythm, design rhythm, and I'm not even going to talk about music anymore. So you have design and art rhythm as well. So that's just a little bridge to the Art Smart videos and the Poet's Corner. Everything has rhythm in life. Okay? So that's interesting. Sorry, I did not mean to click on that. So yes, I just like, even in nature, there's rhythm, understanding rhythms of life. You are a part of the rhythm of life. Okay, here it is. Good grief. Okay. When you know it, when you recognize it, when you live or behave that way, you don't have to walk around announcing it to people. But when I, like today, rain today, I just took a moment to listen to it because I'm a part of that. I'm a part of nature. It just took a moment, maybe 5 minutes, to just appreciate the fact that it was raining. I listened to it. I did not open the window, but I'm sure tomorrow, if it's raining, you get to smell it. Appreciate it. Think about it. So here is poetry rhythm. Okay? So when you click this, now I'm not sure if I added that one in the description box, so I'm going to copy it. Here are the images that you get. Poetry rhythm. Okay? There you go. All that good stuff. And when you do this, you also get these. Poem rhythm, short rhythm, examples. Okay? Now I'm going to go back to the top and I'm going to click all. Okay? We're going to read this and then I'm going to go back to images and you'll see why in a minute. Okay? The interaction of a given metrical pattern with any other aspect of sound in a poem produces a tension or counterpoint that creates the rhythm of metrically based poetry. I always like to just use the word meter. Okay? Running or common rhythm occurs in meters in which stressed and unstressed syllables alternate. Okay? So that is an excellent explanation. Now let's go back to images. Okay? Do you see all of these boxes here? We have pattern, meter, rhyme, slam, grade, art, sound, spoken word, English, AABB, love, element, and beat. Okay? So not only can you study, click images, and see what's here, you can also take it to the next step. Okay, like that's metering, AABB. Okay, and we talked about that before. Okay, stanzas, quatrains, schemes, patterns. I mean, it goes on and on and on, and you will love the subject of rhythm. Okay, we all know this from Dr. Seuss, AABBCC. I'm not going to read it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. We know that as well. Whether you realize you were doing that or not, it's okay not knowing, but guess what? Now you know. So there are a lot of little examples here. Once you read it yourself, don't just listen to me. Read it yourself, and then you'll go, oh, I get it. And you won't even realize that's what was going on. Oh, that's cute, the little bear. Mm-hmm. Okay, so definitely enjoy yourself on that one. Okay, So I'm going to stop sharing that. And I will remember to put that in the link because I made a copy of it. Okay, so what's the next thing? Oh, I should have deleted that. Let me go back. I don't know. Should I delete them? I don't know. I get so, I don't want to screw it up. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, just in case. Just in case. I like delivering. Okay, it's keeping track of it. So good. I like delivering good information to you in an orderly fashion. That's it. That's all. Now, let's talk about how to put rhythm in poetry. Okay? We talked about some of the hows and whys. We talked about some of the what it means and definitions. Now let's talk about doing it. So when you put in how to put rhythm in poetry, I don't know if this will come up in your search, but when I put it in my searches, I guess because I've searched for things in the past, other things pop up. That's why I leave that window open. Okay? So I'm going to take a picture of that just to remind myself. And then if I don't need it, I just delete it. So this is talking about how to put it rhythm in poetry. So what does that sound like? How to put rhythm in a film script as well by marking it. And rhythm also means measure. And what did we talk about in film production? You measure how you're going to capture that scene on that day, what you're going to film that day, whether it's out of sequence or not. But in poetry, you also can mark the syllables to indicate they are stressed or unstressed. Placing a special mark above syllables that are stressed and unstressed may help you to adjust your poem and create a stronger rhythm. So as you progress in your, poetry, you can indulge in this, okay? And I hope if you hear my heater, it is what it is. It's late, it's cold. So then you can make a distinctive mark for each type of syllable and place it above or below the line. Okay? So it's an excellent exercise in order to make your poetry better. So if you go down this search again, and I'm not going to delete these yet. I just want to make sure I get all of them for you. That's it. You can see more information. Here it says people also search for meter, stanza, and rhythm. Now imagery, I'm not sure what that's about, but it's there and you can see it. It's there, live it and love it. I'm going to keep this one for for a particular reason, but I'm not going to let you in on it yet. Okay. All right. So let's stop sharing that one. I like it when I share stuff with you guys because I'm learning how StreamYard works. It pops up what you share to the top. I didn't realize that before. I'm learning. But now I know, and now I don't know if you can see how more relaxed I am or how I get straight to the point because I'm not searching for something. Now, explaining rhythm in poems. Okay, we're going to hit that one. Now, this went straight to the visuals, so that's okay. But here, oops. So here, when you go to the images, down in this related searches, you get rhythm examples in art. So I wanted to share that with you too. So let me go back to the top. See over here, rhythm examples in art. Okay, now let me go up, up, up. Close your eyeballs so you don't get seasick. Just so you can see that is images. And here, poetic devices, scheme, meter, definition, example types. And then you hit the arrow. I'm almost sure yours is the same as mine. I know that's frustrating in school. I remember in school, Some people in one lab, it would be Mac, and the other lab would be a different kind of computer and Dell, and then somebody would be on their laptop. So the teacher's trying to explain something, and everybody's getting something different. It was super frustrating. Okay, so here's some more. Now, it's kind of small, and I don't want to click it, but you will get this on your own and in your own time. But I just wanted to describe it. You don't have to memorize any of this stuff. We're just having a discussion right now, and it will all come together. So explaining rhythm and meter. There are 5 basic rhythms, okay? And then here, I don't want to give up. I kind of want to talk about those on the day that we discuss poetry on the 30th. So I'm not going to give it all away, but I am sharing. I'm dropping some jewels. Iambic, trachaic, spondaic, anapestic, dactylic. It's funny words, but it is what it is. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Rap is, okay, here we go. Rap is a way of talking. And let me put this up here because we're going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, rap. What is rap? Rap is a way of talking, a rap poem. So you don't have to sing it. I'm not interested in rap music. Rap poem is fine. Okay. It has a strong rhythm. It uses rhyme. It has a theme, which is either a story or a message. Often has the word rap in the title. Uses everyday colloquial language. Is often written in a dialect such as a Caribbean dialect or any other dialect. You know, Southern New York, Boston, you know, Detroit, you know, it just depends on where you're from. So I wanted to share that as well. So again, oops. Oh, I hate my computer does that. I know you didn't see it, but I saw it. It's different from other poetry as well. When you hear it, you know it. Okay. Now, I'm not really into slam, or I'm not really into spoken word where you have to perform. I just want to hear the poem. We could be at the kitchen table. I just want you to recite it. That's what I'm in. That's what Gigi Darling is into. I don't need a whole, you know, production. I just want to read it and move on. That's just me. I don't need to dress up to hear it. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So what's next? Let me see. 26 minutes already. It goes super fast. So what's next? Let me see. I did that. Rhythm and poem. How to put it. Rhythm and poetry. Did I do that one? I'm sorry, not sorry. Oh, let's go forward and describe parts of a song. Because a song, since we talked about rap, since we talked about melody and harmony, let's talk about this because that's important, because some people use poetry and then they do set it to music. Not that it's what I'm going to be doing. I just want to share this because this is the right time to share it, because we're talking about what? Rhythm, right? So again, this is everything that we, you know, that comes up in my Google search. A melody, structure, a hook, a refrain, a bridge, a verse, all those words you're used to. Chorus, bridge, outro, intro, that type of thing. Okay. I think we said everything. A coda, you know, things, all of those good words that we like to use. And I'm almost sure I put this in here. I just don't want to delete it yet and lose it. So one more thing. So yeah, don't feel like a song is not a poem. It is. It can be. If it's meaningful, if it has some substance, not just something someone's tossing your way and labeling it art. Sometimes I agree to disagree on a lot of things out there. So there are two websites. I'm almost sure. Okay, Poetry Rhythm. And if I shared this, yeah, we shared that one. For some reason, it didn't move. Poetry Rhythm and Rhythm and Poetry. It moved now. Isn't that interesting? Did we do this one? If we did, excuse me. I'm going to read it anyway. I don't think we did. What is poetry? Poetry can be defined as literature in a, I didn't, meter, metrical form, or a composition forming rhythmic lines. A poem is something that follows a particular flow of rhythm and meter. No, I did not. So I saved that just for you. Again, a poem is something that follows a particular flow of rhythm and meter. So I'm going to go up to the top just to show you its images, rhythm, and poetry. And if you hit all, again, there's more tabs for you. Okay. And then you go to all. Glossary of poetic terms. We were just talking about that. Okay. An audible pattern in verse established by the intervals between stressed syllables. You count them. Rhythm creates a pattern of yearning and expectation, of recurrence and difference, says that person. Okay? So, fan freaking tastic. Okay. And now the two links. Done. I feel really, really good doing this ahead of time because I thought about it. I was like, well, some people might not understand what we're talking about. So just because they're not creating it and they're spectating and supporting, thank you so much. I want them to know what's up to. That's my why. And I'm sticking to it. Okay? So let's, two more things, and they're links, and these are in the description box. A scansion in poetry is meter. Meter is determined by accenting stress and unaccenting unstressed syllables. Silence or pauses, I like that. Silence or pauses also contributes to a poem's meter. Scansion is the practice of marking up a poem to reveal its meter. So those marks are scansion. Okay? Here is a traditional method of marking up a poem. These are important class culture because we all know that Edgar Allan Poe has passed on and has been to glory for a long time. But we want to know how he meant for a poem to sound. That's why it's important. You know, TVs, radios, recording devices started, let's just say 1919. Everything before that, creators, inventors, composers, poets, you know, authors, songwriters, they made sure to use scansion so everyone would know the proper way to recite their piece of work. Okay? So make sure you definitely click that link so you can learn what it's about. Now I'm going to go down a little more. There's terminology, monometer, dimeter, trimeter, tetrameter, pentameter. That's when you get into composers and all that good stuff. And that's nice. I mean, I just want to buy the ticket and see the art. Silence, rests, and pauses. We talked about that. Stanza breaks, line breaks, white space, punctuation. All of that is poetry. Commas. Okay. Semicolons, all that good stuff. One more thing. Give me a second. Oh, is that the end? Did I miss it? I should have highlighted it, but I did not. I think it's up here. Nope. I really don't want to read that. It's okay. You're going to read it. You're going to figure out what we're talking about, and we're going to go forward. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it's the next one. Yeah, because I only did that. But yeah, I wanted to bring that home. Silence also contributes to a poem's meter. And I hate it when I go to readings and people try to clap to, like an opera or poetry or whatever. I always have someone in the room and I announce ahead of time, please do not clap until this person claps or lets you know that's the end. Because sometimes the silence or the pause, some people say, well, I felt uncomfortable. Well, relax. Or maybe you were supposed to feel uncomfortable. Or they're setting you up for the next exciting thing. But don't do that clap before you're supposed to. It's just very disturbing to me. It's like, no, stop, relax. Okay. Well, maybe, okay, I'll read it. Because I don't want to get into the teaching. I just want to get into the reading and the discussion. So the character that looks like the bottom half of a circle is called a breve or breve, some people say. I say breve. Okay? Indicates unstressed syllables, and the slashes indicate stressed syllables. So short, long, hello, hello. You can meter it, scansion it. It's very easy. So, and it depends. Sometimes you can get software that does that. I like using my hands to this day. Okay? And dictionaries also use it too. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, so next thing is the next and last link, which is a fun one because it talks about, let me see. Yeah, I did everything. I sure did. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Rhythm in literature, and that's poetry. Okay, that's the whole point, kit, and caboodle. Just want to make sure. Hello. Okay, that's the whole point of poetry, whether it's 4 lines or 3 pages. Okay, rhythm is the recurring pattern of stressed and unstressed. We know that already, right? In the flow of language in literary work, particularly verse. Rhythm is best understood as the pace and the beat of a poem. The pace and the beat of a poem. That's the best ever. Now, I like this because, I love history. The word rhythm first appeared. That doesn't mean that was the first time someone spoke it. It just means it first appeared in English in the 1550s and meant rhymed verse, rhythm, meter, metrical, movement. This word derived from the Latin rhythmus, indicating movement and time. Okay, I love stuff like that. So here is a nice diagram for you and your child or anybody in your family who wants to try a new hobby, something new, or write something special. The elements of rhythm, the effects, examples, resources. So yeah, this is nice. The elements of rhythm is the flow of sound within literary work. The movement of language is primarily created through diction, syntax. The author gets to create it and choose it, not anyone else. You get to choose it. Meter, rhyme, reframe, and enjambment. The B is silent. Enjambment. So when you click these, you guys, bloop, 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 you'll get to find out what those mean. Okay? So yeah, I like rhythm. It's a good subject. Once you hit it, you're done. But, and this is good too, but know that after a while, let's just say 6 months of you writing poetry, then you'll be able to take these tools, go back and make it even better. Or the first time you revisit something you wrote, you go, oh. I mean, keep it for Auld Lang Syne in your file folder or wherever. But the next thing on top of it is just going to be your rewrite. And it's just going to get that much better, better, and better. Okay? So as you can see, it goes on and on and on. And I love this website. It's called supersummary.com. Okay? And it's to the point. It's an easy read. They talk about genres. I really enjoyed it. Okay? There's some examples. There's Edgar Allan Poe. Again, one of my good friends was related. His family was related to him. I miss her so much. And here are some related terms. Okay? That is it for rhythm. Yay! I have 4 more to go. I won't spoil it. I'm sure if you're into poetry, if you're a writer, if you're a poet, you know what they are. Shh, don't spoil it for the rest of the audience. Thank you guys so much. We are in rhythm over here. We are in a hive. We're getting it together. January was a perfect month to start this off. I'm super excited. So I'm just going to go ahead and click off and say good night. I will see you tomorrow. If you're watching this on Monday, happy Monday. I appreciate you. If you're watching this in the future, thank you so much. That was the whole point of me making these videos, so they will stand the test of time. Shout out to my family, my loved ones, my friends I know in my real life. Shout out to all my subscribers, my moderators, my members. You are my YouTube family. That is my real life too. Just because we haven't met face to face, that does not mean anything to me and does not matter to me at all. When Deirdre says you are in our hive, you are in our hive. We are in flux together. Okay? So it was a pleasure to bring rhythm to you today. Please just take it to heart that all of this will all come together, and you will be kicking yourself if you was like, okay, let me just sit down and listen, because then you will now be able to engage the next time you go to some people like poetry slams. Some people like contests. Just because I don't like them doesn't mean that you don't embrace those. So the next time you go to those events, and I do go to some, but now you'll be looking for the rhythm. You'll be looking for rhythm. You'll be analyzing. You'll be counting. You'll listen and hear the meter. And you'll know exactly what's coming next sometime. Sometimes when you're listening to a poem, it's kind of beautiful because you will start connecting to the poets. And the next thing you know, you'll start having your favorites. And through that favorite, you'll get introduced to someone else. And then you'll pick up a book at the library or watch a YouTube video, which I've been putting some on my playlist, and you go, no, I don't like that type of poetry. I like this type of poetry, and I like this person's cadence. I like the way they rhyme. I like their rhythm. You'll see a difference, and that's when the discussion Like if you go to Meetup and you sit and you guys talk about poetry, people will start calling out names. And then you'll be able to go, oh yeah, this is a poet. Have you heard this? They'll go, no, you go recite it. Then you'll be able to stand up because you will have marked it and be able to recite a poem that was made like in 1552. That's the whole point. That's a skill. That's a hobby. That's arting in its purest fashion. And that's what I love. So we will get through this and then we will be able to art smart together. And that's the whole idea. So let's make a deal. 2021 is just you listening to the different components of art. And then from that point forward, because it's a pandemic, nobody's going to no museums or no poetry slams where people are talking, spreading the virus. Just embrace what's happening now in these couple of months. So when you're ready to hit the road, you'll have all these tools in your toolbox. Okay, that's it. That's all. Bye.